Welcome, Salvete. In this video lesson, we are looking at Fabulae Syrae 27, section 5, the story of Coronis. Coronis pulchra fuit puella, quae in Graecia habitabat. Coronis was a beautiful girl who lived in Greece. Apollo, qui in sylvis et agris erabat. Apollo, who wandered in the forests and the fields, cum primum eam istim in locis laete ludentim conspexit, statim amare coipit. When first, cum primum, and that's another way of saying as soon as, he sighted or saw her, conspexit eam, in the same places in istim locis, playing happily, ludentum laete, immediately began to love her, coipit amare statim. Right. Accessit igitur ad puellam. Therefore, he approached the girl. He went up to her. Et amorem suum fasus, and having confessed his love, sic loqui coipit. So he began to speak. O coronis inquit. O coronis, he says, oro te ut me arias. I beg you that you should listen to me. Ego te amo. I love you. Pulchrior enim, dea mihi videris esse. For, enim, you seem to me, mihi videris, to be more beautiful, esse pulchrior, than a goddess, dea. Now notice dea has a long A. That's the ablative of comparison. That's why we say than a goddess. Verbisque magnificis eam laudabat. And with magnificent words, he kept on praising her. Laudabat here with the imperfect, meaning he just did this repeatedly, over and over. Coronis autem, quae improba fuit puella. However, Coronis, who was a wicked girl, ego quoque iguit te amo, O Apollo. I too love you, O Apollo. Oro igitur te ut me amare pergas. I beg you therefore that you should continue to love me. Pergas me amare. Neve umquam me desereras. So deseras, rather, present subjunctive in this negative clause, and that you should not ever, umquam, desert me. Oh dear. Well, so she said, but it called her an improba puella. So, as you might guess, we shouldn't trust her. Occultavit vero se alium amare virum. She hid, however, but she hid, that she, say, loved another man. Okay, so she's basically going to play Apollo here. Not very smart to play a god or goddess. Deus tamen, the god, however, nevertheless, qui hoc plane ignorabat, who was plainly or clearly ignorant of this, that is to say, he didn't know she was fooling him, laetabatur quod talia verba ex formosissima virgine ariebat. He was happy, laetabatur, because he heard such words, talia verba, from the most beautiful young woman, virgine. Atque coronidem videre cupiens, and desiring to see Coronis, quotidie de sumo Olympo descindere solebat. He daily was accustomed, quotidie solebat, to coming down, descindere, from the top of Mount Olympus. Coronis igitur, Apollonim in silva expectabat. Coronis, therefore, used to wait on Apollo in the forest. Gaudebat enim valde, she was very happy, quod Deus pulcherimas gemas ferebat, because the god brought most beautiful gems or jewels, quibus et digitos et colum et brachia ornare poterat, with which either he or she was able to decorate, I think, both her fingers and her neck and her arms. I think most likely what we have is with which she could decorate her fingers and her neck and her arms. So, in other words, Apollo brought her jewelry. Rings, perhaps, necklaces, bracelets, that's what it seems. Quoniam vero, Apollo, illis ornamentis eam gaudere animad vertebat. But since Apollo recognized or noticed animad vertebat that she rejoiced, eam gaudere, that she was happy, in other words, with those pieces of jewelry, illis ornamentis, he said, Aiebat, O mea coronis, O my coronis, noli temere, don't be afraid, nam curabo ut quotidie novis gemis, novisque margaritis, corpus tuum formosissimum exornetur. For I will take care, nam curabo, that daily ut quotidie, your most beautiful body, corpus tuum formosissimum, be decorated, exornatur, with new gems and with new pearls. Novis gemis, novisque margaritis. Okay, so he recognizes she's all into the jewels, and he doesn't think, oh, she's just playing me for that. He thinks, oh, let me just promise to give her like lots of it every day. Well, he's a god, he could do this. Apollo autem, etiam corvum habebat album. Apollo, however, also had a white crow. Now you might think to yourself, aren't crows usually black? Yes, they are. Guess what? We've got a myth to explain why it gets black. Qui eum valde amabat, a crow who loved him very much. Puellam vero oderat, but it hated the girl. The crow didn't like the fact that Apollo was paying too much attention to Coronis. Dum igitur Coronis et amicus eius in Silvis errant. Therefore, while Coronis and her boyfriend, and this is the other guy, were wandering in the woods, atque inter se osculadant, and they were giving kisses between themselves, and this is the normal Latin way to say to each other. Corvus qui eos conspexit, the crow who caught sight of them, statim ad Apollonem volava, immediately flew to Apollo. Et O Apollo inquit, and he said, O Apollo, te monere volo, I want to warn you, ne credas puellae amorem suum fatinti, that you should not believe the girl confessing her love, and we might say her love for you. Coronis enim non te, sed alium virum amat. For Coronis does not love you, but another man. Nam malam illam puellam conspexi. For I caught sight of that bad girl, cum amico suo in silvis errantem, wandering with her boyfriend in the woods, et ludintem, and playing. Ooh, that's a euphemism. Si vis, if you want, curabo, I will take care, ut te ad eam cum amico ambulantem ducam. I will take care that I should lead you, ducamte, to her, ad eam, walking with her boyfriend, ambulantem cum amico. Apollo iratus, Apollo, angered, or angry, ex aurea sella, in qua sedebat surgens, standing up, surgens, from his golden chair on which he was sitting, de Olympo descendit, descended from Olympus, et ad silvas iit, and he went to the woods. Cum primum vero puella vidit. When first, however, he saw the girl, or in other words, yet as soon as he saw the girl, Sagitam ineam misit atque interfecit. He immediately released an arrow at her. He sent an arrow toward her and killed her. Wham! At continuo facti sui eum paenituit. But straight away, continuo, he, we could say he was sorry for what he did. Paetinuit, paenituit. This is where we get repentant and penitence from. It means it made him, eum, accusative, feel repentance for, and then you get the genitive for the thing that you feel sorry about, facti sui, for his deed, what he had done. So, but he immediately felt bad about what he did, but literally the phrase means, but it immediately made him feel sorry of or for his deed. Okay. Postquam enim, for after, eam mortuam et humiacintem vidit. After he saw her dead and lying on the ground, humi, that's a locative, tristis subito factus ac maerens, suddenly made sad, or having become sad, and grieving, maerens, herbas quibus aegro sanare solebat carptas ei dare conatus est. He tried, conatus est, to give her, dare ei, the herbs or plants with which he was accustomed to heal sick people. All right? Now remember, Apollo is a god of medicine. Frustra tamen, nevertheless in vain. So you see here a motif that you get in a lot of Greek myths. Even the Greek gods can't generally bring people back to life. There are very, very few myths where they successfully manage this. Asclepius, who is a son of Apollo and becomes a more specific god of medicine to some people in the ancient world, he is said to have done this, but it really upset some things. So generally, again, you don't expect even the gods to be able to bring people back to life in Greek mythology. All right, nevertheless in vain, so he couldn't bring her back. Nam puella mortua in sanguine suo jacebat, for the dead girl was lying in her own blood. Tunc Apollo corvum ad se vocavit. Then Apollo called the crow to him, and he says, et iet, improbe corve, wicked crow, coronis mea mortua est. My Coronis is dead. Tu hoc voluisti. You wanted this. This is what you wanted. Avim igitur punire constituit. Therefore he decided to punish the bird. Itaque albas eus penas in nigras convertit. And so he turns its white feathers into black. Probably as a sign of mourning over the death of Coronis here, which he blames on the crow, but it really was his fault, right? Hanc ob causam nunc omnes corvi nigri sunt. On account of this reason, this cause, now all crows are black. This is what we call an etiological myth. The myth explains the origin of something in our natural world. There's an awful lot of myths like this. Okay, well, I hope you learned a few things about the myth of Coronis and picked up on some Latin vocabulary and grammar in here.